In this problem, we have to find out whether this multiplication of two fractions is greater or this multiplication of two fractions is greater. Which one of these two will be greater? So in order to find it out, first solve for this one. So this is 2 by 7 of 3 by 4. It means that 2 by 7 times 3 by 4. It means that first you'll have to multiply the numerators together and then denominators together, and this will be 6 by 28, right? So this is 6 by 28. Now solve for this one. This is 3 by 5 of 5 by 8. It means it will be 3 by 5 times 5 by 8. It means that this is 3 times 5 and 5 multiplied by 8. This will give you 15 by 40. 15 by 40. Okay. Now you have to compare these two, right? So first let's do one thing. First, let's try to find out the lowest form of these two. Okay, let's find out the lowest form of these two. So this is 6 divided by 28. What will be the highest common? In order to simplify it, first we need to find out the highest common factor of 6 and 28. If you try to find out the highest common factor of 6 and 28, you'll get the highest common factor will be 2. Now if we divide this 6 by 28, if we divide this 6 by 2, then the quotient that you will get is 3. And if you divide 28 by 2, the quotient you will get is 40. So we have simplified it so that our calculation becomes easier. Okay, even from this one also we can compare. Okay, but it's always good to first simplify. Now for this one, this is 15 and this is 40. If you try to find out the highest common factor of 15 and 40, the highest common factor of 15 and 40 will be 5. How we have found this these two values, I just leave it for you. Okay, try to find out the highest common factor of these two numbers and these two numbers. I'm just simply telling you what will be the highest common factor in these two cases. So if we divide 15 by 5, what quotient you will get? You will get 3. And if you divide 40 by 5, what quotient you will get? You will get 8. Right? So 3 by 8 and 3 by 14, these are the two simplest form and the lowest form for these two fractions. Now we have to compare these two. This is 3 by 14 and this is 3 by 8. This is 3 by 8. We know that in order to compare any two given fractions, first you need to convert, you have to make them like fractions. Remember the like fractions? The like fractions are those fractions which have same denominator, right? The number should be same. So we are going to, form like fractions for these two fractions. Now in order to make these two fractions as like fractions, first find out the LCM of 14 and 8. You have to first find out the LCM of 14 and 8. Okay, and when you'll find the LCM of 14 and 8, the answer will be 56. How we got this value? It's homework for you. So the LCM of 14 and 8 is 56, and in order to make the denominator as 56, by what number we should multiply? So if we multiply this denominator by 4, this is 14. If we multiply this by 4, then this will become 56, right? And since we have multiplied the denominator by 4, we'll also multiply numerator also with 4. So this will become what? This will become 12 divided by 56. Okay. By what number we should multiply 8 with so that we get 56? The answer is, if you multiply 8, that is the denominator of this fraction, by 7, you'll get 56, right? And since we have multiplied the denominator by 7, therefore, let me take this a different color. Therefore, we'll multiply numerator also with 7. And therefore, the answer will be, for this one will be 21 divided by 56. Now, these two fractions have the same denominator. Therefore, these two fractions are now like fractions. Now we can compare it. Okay. All these things we have discussed in when we were learning about fractions. There we learned that how we compare two fractions. The step is first convert them into the like fractions, and when you compare when you get the like fractions, then you simply compare the numerators. So this is 12, this is 21. Which one is greater? Of course 21 is greater. Therefore 21 by 56, this one is greater than this 12 by 56, right? What does that mean? 21 by 56 we got from here, right? Remember, this 3 by 8 has been converted into 21 by 56. So 21 by 56 is what exactly? It's equivalent fraction of 3 by 8, right? It's an equivalent fraction of 3 by 8, and 3 by 8 is coming from here. Therefore, this one is greater than this one. Similar question in this case. You have 1 by 2 of 6 by 7. So 1 by 2 of 6 by 7 means what? It means 1 by 2 times 6 by 7. And this will give you 1 times 6 divided by 2 times 7. This will be 6 divided by 14. Now solve for this one. In this case, we have 2 by 3 times 3 by 7. And this will be 2 times 3 and 3 times 7. It will give you 6 by 21. Okay. Now let's simplify them again. It makes our calculation easier. So if we simplify the 6 by 14, what will be the highest common factor of 6 and 14? The highest common factor of 6 and 14 will be 2 only. So if you divide 6 by 2, you will get 3 as a quotient. And if you divide 14 by 2, you will get 7 as a quotient. So this 3 by 7 is the simplest form of this one. Now, what about 6 by 21? If you try to find out the highest common factor of 6 and 21, the highest common factor will be 3. So if you divide 6 by 3, you will get 2. And if you divide 21 by 3, you'll get 7. Now you can see the importance of converting fractions into their simplest form. This is 3 by 7, this is 2 by 7. We already have two like fractions, right? In this case, we first, even after finding the simplest form of these two fractions, we had to convert them into the like fractions. But in this case, just by simplifying, we got two like fractions. Now we can compare. So we have 3 by 7 and we have 2 by 7. We have two like fractions. Denominator is same. You need simply to compare the numerator. 3 is greater than 2. It means what? 3 by 7 is greater than 2 by 7. Means what? It means that 6 by 14 is greater than 6 by 21. That is this one. It means that this multiplication is greater than this multiplication.